64 teams remain standing in college baseball. I'm Adam Azer with NCAA.com baseball editor Doug Kroll, and we are here to break down the 16 regionals which get underway on Friday. Doug, let's start out with the top 8 seeds. These are the national seeds. These teams have gotten home field advantage through the super regionals if they keep winning, of course. Now, when you look at these top 8 seeds, one thing stands out. The ACC, very strong.
You definitely have to start with the ACC when you start talking about these top seeds. You got 3 of the top 4 seeds from the ACC. You got UNC at number 2, Miami at number 1, and Florida State at number 4. But that doesn't mean very much because you look at what the ACC's done the last few seasons. They haven't won a national championship since 1955 when Wake Forest won. So maybe this is their year. Oregon State's not there. They knocked out North Carolina the last 2 seasons in the CWS finals. So perhaps because the Beavers are gone, they could finally get there.
And maybe this is the year. What else stands out when you look at those top 8?
Well, I think you also have to look at LSU. They've jumped up to that number 7 seed. No one would have thought that. They've won 20 straight games, and they were 23-16 a month and a half ago. So no one could have ever thought they'd be in the position they are now, but they are the hottest team going into this NCAA tournament.
Yeah, maybe an underseeded team. And of course, when you look at any type of tournament, you have to look at toughest and easiest. So let's start out talking about some of the tougher regionals because a lot of people are saying that Miami, the number 1 seed, got a tough draw. They got Bethune-Cookman, they got Ole Miss, and they got Missouri. What do you think?
Well, I think that's the biggest gripe that people have. But when you look at it, I think it's only by reputation. Ole Miss, Missouri obviously came in with very high expectations this season. And if you looked at that regional before the season, you would have said, oh my goodness, what are they doing? But in reality, what has Ole Miss and Missouri done throughout the season? Not very much. Ole Miss has lost 24 games. Mizzou has lost 19. They both have a couple of very good pitchers, which could give fits. That's what you need in a region. You need a couple of good pitchers. But I think Miami has to worry about Bethune-Cookman first before they start looking ahead. They got Hiram Borgos going against Miami in that first game on Friday. He's the national leader in ERA.
There are other regionals that look tougher on paper.
Absolutely. You got to look out west. This is where we're going to look at Long Beach. Long Beach is hosting an all-California regional. You got San Diego, Fresno State, and Cal all showing up to Long Beach, and I think it's going to be very tough for Long Beach to come out of there.
That's a regional in every sense of the word.
Yes.
How about Houston?
Well, Houston, I think, is tough as well. Rice is hosting as a national seed. They have Texas as a number 2 seed. Anytime you got the Longhorns there and Augie Garrido, it's going to be tough. You know that. St. John's also heads down there from the Big East. So the Owls definitely do not have an easy road to the Super Regionals.
All right, now we've given you the toughest. Which team, though, has the easiest road to the Super Regionals? Doug, what do you think?
Well, we're going to head back to Texas. We're going to go to College Station. Texas A&M stumbled down the stretch. 2 weeks ago, they were a lock to be a national seed, but they stumbled. But they still get rewarded in some sense. They get Dallas Baptist, who's a number 2 seed, and I bet a lot of people who don't follow college baseball are going to say, who's Dallas Baptist? But they're an independent. They played very well throughout the season. They actually played the Aggies very tough throughout the regular season. So in that case, if the Patriots give them some trouble, it could be a tough regional. But in the same sense, Houston's the number 3 seed. They were only the 4th best team in Conference USA throughout the regular season. So I think Texas A&M certainly has an easier way to the Super Regionals than most teams.
Doug, thanks a lot.
Anytime.
Well, on our next edition, we'll take a look at some of the major storylines in this year's tournament. How about Coastal Carolina and Michigan hosting? We've got a lot more things to watch out for, so make sure you check it out. Thanks for watching this college baseball preview. For Doug Kroll, I'm Adam Azer for CBS College Sports.